Hello everyone, welcome back to Gent Watches, and today we are doing episode 9 of Paripikome, which is your boy Kongming. I'm making a new page, writing your boy Kongming at the top. I'm just gonna write Kongming for saving myself time. And we are at episode 9. So I think this episode we're going to get some more Nanami focus, and specifically I think this is going to be some real Nanami focus. If I had to predict the way the show would go, it would focus like most of this episode on Nanami as if she were a main character. Instead of seeing her through the eyes of Aiko, we'll probably now see her through the eyes of herself and see her life and what's playing out there. That's my prediction based on what it felt like it was implied at the end of last episode, with it lingering on her and the bus taking her away, or the truck. So I'm curious about that, and I hope that is the case, because I would like to see more of Nanami, you know, at least for a bit of the episode, to just have some focus on Nanami and the sort of stuff that she's doing. Kongming was barely in last episode, but you could feel his presence. He wasn't there, but you could feel that his machinations were still happening. But yeah, I'm excited for this episode. I'm also happy right now because this episode, when I'm recording this, just came out, and so I think I'm gonna try to get this episode up earlier than I normally do. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you like getting the video a little bit earlier, because I don't normally catch I don't normally have time to watch it. I don't normally catch the episode when it comes out, but this time I basically am, so I'm very excited for that. And without further ado, I could stretch this intro on for another minute, but I'm not going to. We're gonna get into it. I will stretch it on a little bit longer. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this video, it really helps out the channel if you subscribe and like the video and comment down below. Love reading the comments, and I love participating in the discussion and stuff. So please feel free to comment your thoughts and the sort of stuff that you might want to see on this channel in the future. It's a channel that can be shaped by you, the viewer, especially in these early days. This is the time to influence my mind, so get to it. Anyway, now without further ado, I know I adoed a bit, but now we're no more adoing. The adoing is over. I'm putting the adoing to the side, and we are getting to your boy Kongming, episode 9. I wonder if they come up with the story and then try to find a historical event to fit, or if they actually get the historical event first and then write the story around that. Oh chicky chicky ban ban, oh chicka chicka chick chick ban ban. Chan chan, oh chicky chicky ban ban. Oh no. Seeing her? That's villainous. That's Disney villainous. Just do they know she's a competitor, and is that why they're saying that? She sounds like she's copying Nanami a little bit, you know? Oh. Oh, look at that hug! Observation deck. Wow, good job having the translation be a lame rhyme as well. That's... You can't hide behind bushes when there's no bushes around. Kongming. Man, she's so cute. Look at that design with the hat and everything. It's so cute. Is she gonna say it? Is that their blimp? Oh my gosh. Weren't they the smallest of the groups they were facing? And they have a blimp. Jajan! Bassist and vocalist is gotta be hard. She's like Rachel from Razor Sulan. Paripikome! That's not halfway, surely. That was a cool reveal. Ooh, flashback. Wow, K-On! Season 3 looks weird. She's screaming. I kind of like it. Bando, bando, bando. That's kind of funny. I like it. Yeah, what is it? Oh, like Rosalia. All until they were picked up by some studio, record company. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, I hope the friends are at least still nice in modern day, but she said she didn't really have friends, so. Look at their passion. I really like this drummer. Futaba. Come on, man. They're still very young. That's a recruiting tactic. To act like you're the only way for them to succeed. Man, but they're only like 18 surely at this point. So, you have plenty of time. I love them. Oh, I didn't think I'd love Rosalia this much. Oh. Her name being Kuon isn't a reference to K-On!, is it? I know that's a stretch. Oh my gosh, I mean, sure, that'd turn you into a star. What? What? Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure it did. But you're not even really doing music anymore at that point. Can they not be themselves around each other anymore? I don't even know what Aiko could say or do. Look at her. Whoa, that's beautiful. It's worth a shot. Though you have broken my heart, baby, I'm still alive today. I just realized she knows what she's singing for now. That's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this is so idol anime, I love it. Ooh. Ooh, nice. I would clap, but I'm wiping tears away. There's gonna be no ED this episode. No Hey DJ to end us out. Me too. Kurosawa? Are you hanging out with that Aiko girl? Gambaro? That's like her yelling back at her friends in the flashback. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of her. So proud. Crying because of an idol anime. Once again, I spend too much of my life crying over idol anime. Too much. Way too much. I just can't help it. I have such a soft spot for scenes where a character is going through something and the other character does a instrumentless song for them. I love it. While I was watching that, I was thinking of in the Bang Dream anime, there's a bit in season 1 where Kasumi loses her voice and they're singing for her and they all do a song for her, and that makes me bawl my eyes out, and this makes me cry as well. This was beautiful. I loved this. Something you should know about me in regards to getting emotional with anime, right? I used to never get emotional with media. Like, I got emotional and used to never cry with media, ever. I actually, until I was like, I would say like 19 years old or something, I had basically never cried in a movie, video game, or TV show. Like, yeah, basically ever. Except for, you know, being a kid and crying because I fell asleep during The Incredible Hulk or something. But I just didn't cry. And it was almost like a point of pride for me, where I was like, look, I'm not crying. And like, I even when it gets really, really sad, I never cry. There hit a point where I think it was Inside Out that broke that open for me. You know, watching Inside Out. It was, and I think it was like watching Inside Out for the second time. Maybe it was the first time, but regardless, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't help it. And I just opened the floodgates. And since then, I'm a crier at media, because now I'm letting it all out, and it's so much more enjoyable when you like allow yourself to cry. That being said, the things that make me cry are normally particular things. Things can make me tear up very, very often, but things that make me cry are normally like particular pressure points that the show hits me with. I had a point here. I gotta think of the point. I'm actually gonna pause the recording when I think of the point. I remember the point. The point was that even with that being said, a lot of the time, if I do cry a lot at media, it will be on my rewatch of it. I don't know why. I guess if I had a theory, the theory would be because now rewatching it, I'm allowing myself, like I don't have to focus on what's going on, and I'm allowing myself just to feel the emotions. And I also completely understand the context of the scene within what happened and what's going to happen. So like when I rewatch stuff or replay stuff in games, that makes me cry a lot more. So like my first playthrough of The Last of Us, I didn't cry like at all in the playthrough. Every time I've watched or played it since, I have cried. It just gets me, and I cry as I'm thinking of something that's coming up. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a scene. I start to well up. I thought that was important backstory, because like that means if something is able to get me to cry on the first time, pretty solid. I can tear up and not cry, but I felt the tears rolling down my face a little bit during this episode, so great job. Yeah, I just like how idle this episode was, like the people who aren't in it for the idle aspects of the show are probably not going to be as happy with this episode, because they might be in it for the comedy parts, like Kongming and all the strategy stuff that he does. For me, I like idle anime. I love Bang Dream. I love D4DJ. I loved. I really liked the Selection Project anime that was on relatively recently. I'm sure there's several others that I love. K-On! K-On! You could say is an idol anime, even though that's closer to comedy than idol, but it's still pretty idol. So the point is, I love it. It's great. But I'm sure there are some people who aren't in it for that side of the show. I still hope you enjoyed it if you are in it for that side of the show, because it was still an excellent episode. It was so good. Okay. So my notes, the backstory. We did actually end up getting Nanami backstory. I thought we would start the episode with it. We actually did a bit of a run up to it, and it was the back half of the episode, which was her backstory. Not what I thought it was going to be. And I really, really like it. It started as a high school band, a K-On! Like band, where these three girls loved playing music together, and so they did so. They played music together. And then they tried to keep playing music together even after being approached by a producer. Didn't work out really. Like they were sort of losing their passion for it because they were having to like do other jobs and stuff at the same time, and they were just getting exhausted and they weren't making enough money. So they sort of felt like if they wanted to continue being in a band, they had to go to this producer. They worked with the producer, and it got to the point where it was successful, and even the other two girls seemed content with it. Because it's succeeding, and they felt like, I guess, like this is what we wanted. And I would think maybe also they might have been at the point where they were ready to stop completely, right? Like they weren't feeling the passion of the music anymore. So the fact that they are now getting success without having to worry about the passion for the music, because they don't have to put their passion into the music anymore, that might have been a relief for them. So it's like, yeah, we're getting money and we don't have to deal with like faking this passion, really. But with Nanami, she still has that passion. And but with that being said, we actually don't really know what's going through Futaba and Ichika's. I think her name's Ichika. I know the drummer's Futaba. Pretty sure the guitarist is Ichika. And I remembered that because Futaba from Persona 5 and Ichika from the Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage iPhone game. Yeah, that was sad to see. It's really sad to see that like they kind of, at this point, it seems like they're not really friends anymore. They're just work colleagues. I mean, I was surprised. I thought that it was going to be a bit of a falling out with the friends, where I don't know. I thought either like one of them would have had to have been replaced by someone else. Like the producer would have been like, this person's not working out, let's replace them. And so it would feel more business cutthroaty, you know, or that they would, you know, be getting angry at Nanami because of Nanami's choices to bring them there, or be angry at Nanami because she seems to not like the direction it's going in, you know. But it actually seemed like in the end there, they were just sort of like, yeah, but this is kind of working out. And there was like an unspoken thing between them where it was like, maybe we all have different goals for this band, and they couldn't really talk about how they really felt. And it felt like a much more realistic approach to it than I expected it to be. This show's continuing to surprise me with its characterization. Every time that I think I could have like completely got the show worked out, it gives me some nice characterization. Not like mind-blowing, incredible, never been done before characterization, but appropriate things that I didn't expect them to put in there, you know? So really enjoyed it. Really enjoy the execution of this show. They've done that same song for the past 4 episodes, just like continuously repeating the song. They had it twice in this episode, twice or 3 times in the last episode, 2 times in the episode before that. And yet it still makes me cry when the performance happens. So I don't know what to tell you. They're wizards and witches all working for this anime company. I don't understand. It doesn't look like a high budget anime, but it's still creative and there's still a lot of love put into it. It feels like it feels like this show is embodying the philosophy that it's trying to get across, which is don't make it soulless, you know? It doesn't feel soulless. It feels like it's got a heavy soul. It feels like they really love this anime, the people making it. I would be surprised if I found out they didn't. And if they didn't, they're very good at faking it. If they actually came out and were like, we're not big fans of your boy Kongming, I would be like, what? That would be very surprising. But anyway, great episode. We only got a little bit of Kongming at the end. It was very funny. That was a good joke, good punchline. This show's got some good punchlines. And normally, pretty much every week it has one punchline that makes me really laugh. So solid stuff, really good. I can't believe how much I liked that. And we've only got a few more episodes of this show, and they've set up now this rivalry between Nanami and Eiko. I wonder if they're gonna be able to perform together, or if they're gonna have to face each other and then, I don't know. I feel like this show's often about happy endings, so I don't think it's gonna be too sad, you know, but it still might be, who knows. Anyway, that's your boy Kongming. My nose is blocked because I was crying, so thank you for watching this episode of your boy Kongming. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments and tell me what you liked about the episode, what you liked about my reaction, suggestions for things you might want on this channel in the future. This is a good time to put in suggestions, so put them in. Make sure to like the video. It will really, really help me out. You don't know how much this sort of stuff helps with the algorithm and just helps with public perception of these videos. So liking really helps me out, and subscribing would really, really, really help out the channel. Please, if you could spare a subscribe, please subscribe to this channel, so that you can also get updates. It's not just for me, it's for you, but it's also partly for me. I'm going to take a little bit of credit for it, you know. It's going to help me out a lot. So I've got selfish motives in asking for you to subscribe, but if you subscribe, you'll also gain a little bit out of it because it's easier to find the videos. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.